So we did it. We're going to Quartzsite in a Cruise America.
Yeah, and after doing the walk around and actually seeing the inside, it's not as bad as I thought. So it's gonna work out pretty good. The sleeping arrangements look a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And then looking at the rest of the inside, it's doable. We can do it. So,
it's gonna be roughing it for us, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. We'll show you more when we get to Quartzsite.
Yep.
Good morning, roamers. We are in Arizona, and we are headed down to Yuma to pick up a Cruise America rental. So we're getting a 30-foot Cruise America so that we can go to Quartzsite and hang out with everyone and not miss it this year, since, you know, Rosie's totaled. We're looking for the new one, but in the meantime, we didn't want to miss out on this. So we'll show you what it's like doing this rental. It's kind of expensive, but it wasn't as expensive as renting from an owner through like RV, what was that called? RV, I'll put it up here. I can't remember, but that was turning out to be a bit more expensive. And also, when you rent from the owners, you didn't have any way to cancel 30 days out and you still lost part of your money. And we weren't willing to risk that money as we went day by day not knowing what was going on. So that's why we chose the Cruise America. They had a 7-day cancellation. All you had to pay was $300 up front. So if worst came to worst, we would lose $300, not a couple thousand. So that's where we're at. We are headed down south right now to Yuma. We'll pick up the coach. We'll do a walkthrough. We'll load it up. Everything that we have to camp with is in this Honda CR-V right now. So for us, being used to taking our house with us, with everything in our house with us, and being able to save out for months at a time, this is going to be roughing it. So this is going to be real camping for Roaming with Rosie. Are you talking to yourself or singing?
Singing. Oh, you mean like chips or whatever?
Yeah.
We had our walkthrough of the Cruise America Motorhome and we're a little more impressed in person. The Cruise America website really doesn't show you much at all.
And you guys are RVers, so we can probably skip most of it.
Experience or not, we should not have skipped anything. You'll soon see why.
Oh, it's pretty roomy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And the water pump is where to have
Up
on?
here.
Up there? Okay.
Yeah. Control panel is here. Right? Generator's probably the same as your motorhome?
Yeah, light and then push.
And these things are cold-blooded. So sometimes in the morning when it's real cold, you gotta do that sequence 2 or 3 times to get it to
Oh,
the light.
got it.
247.9 is your hour meter on your generator.
Oh, okay.
The thermostat. So you have one coach battery on this.
Okay.
So if you run your thermostat, if you run your heater at night, you'll eat that battery in about 2 hours.
Okay.
So you have to manage that.
Okay.
So I recommend running the generator, getting your motorhome up to the temperature that you want it to be at, and you set your thermostat where you want it to be. But if you rely solely on the thermostat, because it's going to kick on and it's going to eat the battery, so your fridge is going to always go to the strongest source of power. So AC is stronger than propane, but right now the generator's not on, we're not plugged in. So your fridge is currently running on propane.
Well, first off, they don't include any leveling blocks. So when you go out there, and being that this has a never cold refrigerator, it has to be level. Otherwise, the refrigerator will not cool.
And that's whether you're plugged in or using
no matter
fuel.
no matter where you go using this thing, you need leveling blocks, and they don't tell that to you because there's no information online about needing leveling blocks. So luckily for us, we had friends who had that stuff.
And the refrigerator, when I was looking in the manual, which I found on day 4, they didn't mention.
They didn't say there's a manual inside there.
And I found it hidden way down behind a seat on day 4 when we were frustrated with the refrigerator and all my stuff was in other people's refrigerators. Again, we weren't alone, but discovered that the expectation for this refrigerator is to cool the main fridge to 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
now that is not,
that's ridiculous.
That's not food safe. That might be a wine cellar, but that's not food safe. So you can't have food safe cooling in this refrigerator. I don't even know how that's legal. Yesterday we figured out that the refrigerator freezer has temperature control. So 2 days of dealing with not getting cold, leveling the coach, starting to get cold, shifting all of our perishables to friends' refrigerators, figuring out yesterday that it had temperature control, turning it way up all the way to 4, waking up this morning and discovering that everything in the refrigerator is frozen. This is a learning curve, only that's not what you expect when you rent something like this. You want to get off and go on your vacation, especially people who fly in from other countries. You want to go on your vacation, so you really, really need this information. How about a laminated page on all the details of operating some of the things? Or they make you watch they don't make you, but they suggest that you watch these 3 videos that they email you on all the things you need to know about Cruise America. It doesn't even come close to telling you anything you need to know for Cruise America. So like I said, our friends are helping us today. Our friend has offered to loan us his propane generator that works with a remote control, so we can set that up outside, plug the coach into that, so we're not paying for all of the stupid $3.50 an hour to use the generator plus propane.
Plus the generator is really loud, so
we can't run it all night.
Right. I mean, if you run it, you're thinking about, okay, what are my neighbors thinking, because I'm running this loud, obnoxious thing. So.
And we're all really close to each other here, and on purpose. I hear a generator.
Ain't that loud, is it?
No, but I could hear it inside. I'm thinking I just shut ours off. So what I hear it.
Ah.
Thank you.
Is that louder than yours?
No.
Oh,
No.
oh
It is very quiet.
I was hoping it did good for you.
Thank you.
All right.
You want to hold this down.
And then turn it on.
Yeah, and you leave it there for a couple seconds. So if you just do it real quick, it'll light and then it'll go off.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how your stove functions.
So once again, I'm trying to light the burners. I got one to light successfully. Watch this one. Oh, see, and it goes right back out. Either I don't know what I'm doing, or it doesn't have a steady flow of propane. It's so frustrating. And I need 2 burners to make spaghetti. It goes right off. I thought I found a trick, but it's not working. Holding it down. That might be the trick. And then I try to turn it so it's not on the lighter. Okay, there's part of the trick. Voila! We will have spaghetti. Day 4, or are we day 5? We're day 4? We finally figured out, today's Monday, so we finally figured out how the stove works. Yesterday I showed you guys, see, it won't stay lit, it won't stay lit. In case you've not used a stove like this either before, you push this down. But wait, you need 2 hands. You push that to light it, and then you push this down and turn it, and it lights right up. And then you turn it to a setting before you let it come back up. And voila, we have fire, and we can cook tonight. We did like our dinner, but the smoke alarm went off, and we'd already turned off the generator, so we couldn't turn the fan on, so we had to open the window, and now it's cold inside. So we have to turn the generator back on, so we can turn the heat back on. It's frustrating. It's not our coach. I think even if you had this size of a coach, it would be really nice, but you'd make it your own, right? We're just missing all the things that make it nice and that we're used to and that make camping camping for us enjoyable. And poor Dexter, when the smoke alarm goes off,
He panics. He doesn't like it at all.
no, he just starts shaking. And so poor thing, everything's just weird for him. He considered Rosie his home just as much as our sticks and bricks.
These things have a ton of storage.
We chose the 30-foot motorhome because it was the only size that had a queen-size bed. So this, I guess they call it a mattress. There's a thin mattress in there. But when I called and asked if it was a regular queen-size mattress, something with super thick vinyl, which I understand why they need it, but in the sunken in on this side, I was hitting my hip on the wood. This side was a little better. But when you're expecting a regular queen-size mattress, like a hotel, because that's what I asked.
So the tanks, if we have to dump the tanks, it's $50, and then $50 per hour for cleaning if you don't bring it back in the same condition that it leaves in.
We are here, or we're at the LTVA La Posa South. It is as crowded as it was pre-COVID. I have not seen it this crowded. There were some areas we passed that I was just going, holy shit. It is insane. Wow. What do you think, Dexter? We're here. We made it. Just like the first years we came where we weren't towing, I'm driving behind. But they got a space saved for us. And got friends that are here, and it's so exciting. Yes, it's crowded. This is not the time of year to come out here for peace and quiet. It's the time to come out here and see all your friends and make new friends. So cool. Hopefully we'll get to camp. It won't be too dark to film.
From near and far, friends old and new quickly gathered by the fire. This is what it's all about.
Well, I mean, they always feed the mule before they start drilling, so it walks with it. And then, you know, it's not that bad.
Tie a rope around your tooth.
From what I heard.
Is this scary? What is happening here? Huh? Or do you like it better because you can stand up here and look out the window? You couldn't do that in the motorhome. What do you think? Is it fun or scary? Yeah, let's see what's out here. So we're gonna go dump tanks, fill up propane, and I think we're okay on water, so we don't need to fill that up because we have to turn it in with an empty tank of water, right? Or as close to empty. So I guess the only way we do that is tomorrow as we run in the water until it's gone.
We spent the last night back in Yuma, Arizona at an RV park so we could hook up to shore power, dump tanks, and clean the Cruise America.
10 days in Quartzsite. Pretty dirty place, huh?
Huh? Filthy.
Filthy. You can pay $250 when you turn it in and they'll clean it. Or we went to Walmart and we bought a vacuum, a little vacuum that we want to have in the next RV anyway. Cleaning supplies.
Cleaning supplies and a little broom with a dust mop.
Oh yeah, I did get a broom with a dustpan. So Cruise America does supply you with a broom. And it's really nice. As long as you don't plan to hold the top of it and get splinters, or actually want something that's not Disgusting. Somehow I don't think this was ever supplied by Cruise America. I think somebody left it. The debate was on, do we just pay the $250, turn it in, and be gone, especially with me being sick now. I don't know if I'd recommend this.
They charge you $3.50 an hour to run the generator. Now, mind you, you're paying for the fuel that goes into the generator, and you have to bring it back at the same level as what you took it out when you rented it. So, luckily for us, we had a friend who had a propane gas generator, and we actually just plugged into that with the shore power cord and ran that because it was cheaper, and it actually worked better.
And one of the reasons that you're going to end up using the generator so much is because you're not charging batteries. There's one
battery.
It's a lead acid, right?
Yeah, it's a lead acid battery, one battery. And if you want to use a microwave, generator has to be on. If you want to run the heater, generator has to be on. And the reason being, it says in there, if you run the heater for more than 2 hours, it's going to drain the battery and you're going to have to run the generator.
Yeah, try 1 hour. Also, that you're running that generator and you're not charging any batteries. So in our own RV, that's what we would be doing, is charging up the batteries, and then that lasts us, depending on how many batteries you have, we had enough to get through the night.
Right. Yeah.
So those are the differences. Yes, I know people are out there car camping, everything else. No matter what they have, hopefully they've made it a little bit comfortable for themselves. You can't do that when you're renting something, especially if you came in a small car and had to bring everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, say, there's a lot of people that come from other countries to see different things in the United States, like different national parks and whatnot, and they don't know any of this stuff. And the other thing is they don't have any of the contacts. When you come here, you have to separately rent sheets and blankets and that stuff. If you want silverware, that's a separate thing with pots and pans. That's separate as well. Yeah, and the other thing, because we've been doing this for a while, we also have a Blue Eddy. So we were able to run our laptop and Starlink and all that off the Blue Eddy without having to run the generator, either one of the generators, and burning propane or burning fuel. So we had that stuff. We also had an electric heater so that when we were here for this one night, we're actually, instead of burning propane, we were actually running the electric heater off the shore power here at the park. So those are all things.
We borrowed solar panels to charge the Blue Eddy.
Yeah, we had a friend who brought us over a portable solar panel, and we charged up the Blue Eddy with that.
And that Blue Eddy was a lifesaver, for being able to do some normal things that we do. We're not really campers. We're not here to camp.
No, we like taking our house with us.
We're here to socialize.
We don't like to rough it. When we boondock, that's roughing it for us.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for watching and supporting Roaming with Rosie.
And we hope you found this video helpful, and really appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends and family on social media. And if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button.
And ring that bell. That way YouTube will serve you our next video when it's uploaded.
And make sure to leave a comment. That way you could be part of the conversation.
Until next time,
we'll see ya.